Good morning. You're listening to Floor Beth, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Carole Cross, the CEO with Mobile Marketing. Carole, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Kemp. How are you?
I'm good. I know you were headed to Dallas this week, but the FAA kind of interrupted your plans, right?
Yeah, it sure did. So I got held back for a couple days from that.
Well, one of the reasons I wanted to talk to you, obviously, digital marketing is at the forefront. There's two major topics that everybody's talking about right now. It's merchandising, what you look like in store, but also with the consumer starting the process online, digital marketing has become a major focus for retailers, and you're taking market share. I want to get into that in just a minute. First, though, you've been focused in this area all the way back to the Armstrong days. About the time when I bought Floor Focus, you started with Armstrong back in 2006, right?
Yeah, actually, that's exactly right, Kemp. And then left Armstrong and started mobile marketing in 2013 and was aligned early with a lot of the NFA members were my first customers. And floor stores out of California there, Larry Flick.
All right, so I've been doing this for 10 years, and I think one of the reasons that you've got this market share gain in these shifting sands of who people are aligned with is because of the people you're working with. You've been working with the NFA, and you're working with Shaw as well, right?
Yeah, we've been aligned with Shaw for several years, so Velocity, so the SFN Velocity program, Roomvo, and RFMS QFloors, and several others definitely have been strategic partners of ours, and we're fully integrated with.
Yeah, and channels. You've got upstream suppliers who are aligned with you, and then you've got partners that are helping you create some of the better tools, like Roomvo on the visualizer side, and RFMS and QFloors on the CRM and ERP side of the business, right?
Yeah. So if you think about it, our strategy is you've got some tools that are the best in the industry out there, and we want to integrate and be flexible with our customers so that they can still use whatever technologies that they may have that they've spent years investing in and developing, and to really connect the pieces, right? So whether it's product information, connecting information back and forth. As you think about on the website, it allows you to show inventory, show price. If you think about marketing channels, it allows you to actually push information into those systems and pull information out of those systems. We've made some really big strides with all of these partners. If we take RFMS as an example, most recently we are pushing leads into their systems with attribution, pulling information out, and I think for the first time really changing digital marketing. And instead of just looking at things like cost per lead, which has been the standard for 10 years in this space, we're looking at things like cost per closed sale, which is, amazing. That's an example of, what we're doing with RFMS and QFloors. And if you look at with Roomvo, we're continuing to innovate, right? So whether it's floors and walls and countertops and just continuing to integrate that into the website in a full way. So we've been really, really busy with the partners, and they're great. They're great partners. They're great technologies.
Roomvo just came out of nowhere. So being in line with them was a very smart decision on your side. So if I'm a retailer, and most of these retailers are, in the second and third generation of leadership, they know that digital marketing is important. Things are slowing down just a little bit right now. It's time to reevaluate potentially what you're doing. What's your advice for how they should assess where they are and where they should go from here?
Yeah, the first thing I'd say is, definitely take a look at what you're doing online with your website, right? The look, and just refresh it. It's a great time to pay attention. Make sure you've got those calls to actions, that you're following up on leads that are coming in extremely quickly. You really want to pay attention to trying to do everything you can to work with those, potential consumers and close that loop and close that lead. That would be one of my first recommendations. And then also, some people like to pull back when market gets tough. In this case, I'd say if you really want to gain market share, kind of stay in there and even double down a little. Don't forget your advertising channels, be on Google and be on, Facebook, Instagram, things like that. You don't have to do all of the channels, but do the two basic ones. So I'd say make sure you got some search and some social going on.
All right. And so when you've got these expenses you've got to do related to, first, you've got to have a good website, update your website, but then you've got to decide whether you're going to do pay-per-click, or, what you're going to do to make sure you're getting an organic search response, and your social media and your online reviews. You can advise these dealers on any of those areas, right?
Yeah, we're a full service. So we have our offers start off at the smallest, so a single store, single owner, all the way up to the largest. We have 35% of the largest flooring dealers in the country and 65% plus of the NFA. We're aligned with Shaw, so consider the Velocity program. Those programs are great because they're integrated with a lot of the basic things you need, whether that's catalogs and calls to actions, promotions, year-round promotions, keeping that site fresh with exciting offers. And then they're fully integrated. So if you're a QFloors, if you're an RFMS, those sites are fully integrated with those back ends now for, starting to really pull in additional information. There's a lot of value there in that experience. Yeah, I would say jump in and really hone in on your website and your digital marketing during this time.
And it is true that making sure what you present online and then what you have in store, those need to align, don't they?
They really do. I think during, COVID, everybody kind of realized that the consumer really wants to be able to, when you say you've got something, they want to know that you've got that product, that it's available in inventory, it matches what they're seeing online versus coming in and then, they're seeing something online that doesn't match what they're looking for in the store. So that experience, both online to the visualization to the in-store experience, that is absolutely important. And it's another one of those reasons why we aligned with the partners that we did, right? So if you think about it, we can have the manufacturer catalogs. If you're a Shaw-aligned dealer, then it kind of goes to the website. It's tied with the Roomvo visualization that has your specific pricing in it, and then ultimately delivers that online. It can pull into QFloors and RFMS, for example, and push leads into those systems and pull information out. So you're exactly right. Now is the time to take advantage of that kind of integration.
All right, Carole. Well, I guess I'm going to see you next week at the Shaw Align meeting, right?
Yeah, definitely. We've got a lot of great new launches and announcements that we're going to make there. So super excited to see you. And then it surfaces too. So it's going to be a big year for us.
Okay. Well, thanks for spending time with me and talking to our listeners. Again, been talking to Carole Cross, the CEO of Mobile Marketing, and you've been listening to Kemp and FloorDaily.net.